Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of the Pokemon Soul Silver Nuzlocke. This is the team I have with me. Let us continue our gameplay. Whoa, bug out. The game is bugged. What happened? Okay, let's enter a location and then exit out. This should fix it. I think the game broke. I need to reset it. Domain file, open ROM. Great. Because this is exactly what I wanted to see happen, huh? I'm so sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. We should be able to fix that very soon. Like always, typically, if you just reset your game, everything is fixed. Like that. This is why I save so frequently. Now let's just save here so I can make sure that I didn't screw up permanently. Oh, I forgot to get the gift Pokemon in the Focus Center. I'm not sure if you guys will allow that. So before I get it, I want to ask you guys, are you guys okay with me getting the gift Pokemon from the Focus Center? And if not, that's fine. I don't need it. It's just something I'd like to have. Regardless, our next opponent is going to be the Wade guy. We go after Wade ourselves because Wade is the guy who can give us the Lepa Berry in the event that we need it. The good news about that is that the Lepa Berry is a really useful item. In fact, it's absurdly useful. Regardless of the fact, let's get it. I'm not sure if you guys are okay with this or if you guys like the music, because what ends up happening is that the music in the game is actually so loud that you can't even hear me speak. So I have music in the background. This is copyright-free music. It's from the No Copyright Instrumentals. This is just a nice little rock and roll song in the background because I think that a Nuzlocke requires some epic music, guys. I think it does. And I don't think the Pokemon music really fits the Nuzlocke experience. In fact, this is something I'll do when I record by myself, and you see it in the what I'm doing when I'm not recording, is I'll just play my own music over the game and just have the music at 0 within the context of the game. Because quite honestly, a lot of times I don't like a music track, and when I do like a music track, it's usually because it's out of context I like it. For example, let's look at the Steins Gate visual novel, for example. I like the Steins Gate visual novel, and then one of the songs that I really like is Technovision. Thing is that I like Technovision as a song not because of when it takes place in the story. In fact, Technovision is a song that I will occasionally listen to while driving. The irony of that, for those who've read Steins Gate, is astounding. But it's true, okay? Don't worry, I've never hit anyone. I have been hit before from the back. I myself never hit anybody. At least not yet at the time of this recording, and it will never be intentional. If anyone tries to tell you it's intentional, they're lying through their teeth. Completely. What happened though? Why did the game bug out? Who knows, really? I mean, it happens, right? This means I have to start doing save states, otherwise the game could bug out even worse. I wonder if you guys can even hear the music in the background, because right now I can hear it just fine. But I noticed in the Let's Play Minecraft Progression Series, at one point the music, even though I was playing lo-fi music, it just cut out, and I couldn't hear it. Maybe it is something you guys can hear, but I'm not too sure. Regardless, Wade over here is going to give us his phone number because he thinks he can get with us. Too bad for him, he doesn't know that Yugra is married, but that's whatever. And still, we're continuing with the Higurashi theme. Was that even worth it? I'm going to have to organize this team later. Because at the current moment, our team composition is kind of trash. I'm going to collect 2 more Pokemon. And a move. First, I need to collect TM06 Rock Smash, as it'll give me an edge over Whitney, because everyone knows I need as many of those I can get. I wonder how much time we're going to spend in Volturb Flip. I really do. Because one of the big issues I have with Heart Gold and Soul Silver is how much time I spent in that casino. Ooh, the lady's here. Oh, never mind, it's the wrong guy. It's the boy who's here. I'm so used to seeing her because she's one of the sprites that can appear. I do like that they have so many different sprites that it seems as though Johto will populate it, or that a lot of people are just traveling together. But because it's diverse enough, you can't really tell unless you have multiple replays of the game. Same as goes with trainer sprites. I know why they have different trainer classes, because if they all looked exactly the same, it wouldn't be as cool. And these beats hit really hard, though. These are some good beats, yeah. Pokeball. I have enough. Let's get our encounter here. Please be a Mareep, otherwise we're gonna have a hard time. Okay? Trying to beat Falkner without a Mareep is very doable, but it's also absurdly hard. Because the big issue of Heart Gold and Soul Silver when you're Nuzlocking it is how bad the level gaps are. Best encounter ever. I'm not even kidding. If I can keep this alive, I can defeat, what's his face? Falkner with minimal effort. Minimal to zero effort. Problem is, I need to figure out how to effectively capture this guy. Summary. Moves. Okay. So, Idea is the correct pick here. It's another male. What do we name this guy? I already did the Soul Brothers. Oh, I know what I'll name the Mareep. I know exactly what I'm naming it. He's done crit. Good. Another growl. I really wonder though, how effective is this going to be realistically? Because from what I can tell, it's a crit. I don't like that. Okay, we're naming you Okunogi. I know I could have named it after Rika and Satoko's fanboy from the club, who they all fantasized about walking their respective girl in a leash. But more Keiichi told him about the fantasy, and they just kind of went along with it. What the hell happened? Why was it not reading my inputs? Okay, that's weird. Mareep. Yes. Mareep is going to be Okunogi. Okunogi. Okay. The true protagonist of When They Cry, and it makes sense that he is Ampharos, as it's really the true protagonist of any encounter Pokemon in this game. Bar none. I could get Macargo. It's not a very good Pokemon, but Magby. Or is it Slugma? I think it's Slugma, actually. Slugma and then Macargo. But the problem with Slugma is that this isn't Emerald Kaizo, so it doesn't evolve at 16. It evolves at 38 or 42. It was a ridiculous number. I think it was 38 now that I analyze it. Alright. More beast music in the background, guys, because we need this. Okay, seriously though, I need to analyze my team composition. What do I really want here? I think I'm going to have to remove Sadako from the game because it's not worth it right now. And this team composition is still pretty bad, but I can fix it in the long run. And that's fine, okay? I'm thinking about this logically. Logically, and only logically. That's the only way I like thinking about things nowadays. Save the game in case of a bug. Because I don't want the game to crash. But this is an emulator, and sometimes emulators crash, and I don't want to lose progress. I'll also be save stating at the end of each interaction. That way, I don't waste everyone's time. I have the game save itself internally and externally. That seems to be the best pick. Okay. I do like this little music in the background. This time it's a guitar. Waiting. It's still by the free, no copyright instrumentals group. And make good beats. I also like the relaxed movement, but I think the relaxed movement fits more for Minecraft than it does this. Because Minecraft is just a relaxing game. It really is. It's so calm. And we're talking to a foreigner here. I forget what language this guy speaks in the Japanese version. I think it's French? I don't remember. I really don't remember. So if I'm wrong about that, please let me know. There's also a hidden item here. Got it. Yeah, I played this game so much. I play this game a lot, so it's good that I do that, as it lets me know what exists in the context of the game. What's next? I need to obtain a Ghastly. I don't know if I can get Honor in this game, if it's been patched in, because I did a lot of patches and a lot of ROM hacking itself, but as a whole, and I got Rattata. It's actually 7 o'clock too, so I could have gotten the Haunter. Or is it 8 o'clock? That would suck if it was 8 o'clock. Regardless, Rattata is not bad. It's purple hair, so I could be Ritsuko. But then again, I want to do the When They Cry Girls first. Yeah, Ritsuko would work because she's a bitch. But then again, that would be a dog Pokemon. So I guess she's a rat. It's a badger game, so yeah, it's Ritsuko. Well, I could also make it Takano, but it's purple hair, so Ritsuko's more. To me, Ritsuko fits more. Wait, was that a crit hit? Oh, shit, okay. I haven't got a Rattata yet. That's interesting. Down AV because I need these encounters. That's fine. I really hope I didn't accidentally buff, what is it called? The rates of catching, the catch rates, because I swear Gen 4 by itself has the worst catch rate of any Pokemon game. Please. Thank you. To the point where I question my sanity in catching Pokemon in this game. Why does it require me to click it? I don't get it. You know, I'm just going to leave my cursor here so that in case it does that again, we can fix the issue. Okay, so there, Reed Skull. I really hope she's actually called Reed Skull. If I missed out her spelling, then I'm very sorry. Reed Skull. Yep. We have Reed Skull and Rena on the same team. Time for some really bad themes that make a certain someone get really mad at me super late at night. So he yells at me. No names. Obviously no names. But it's true. I am going to designate myself the punching bag. If you guys want to bully me in the comments, go ahead. Same time, if you want to sing my praises, all one of you, go ahead. I'm not going to stop you. If you want to talk about something completely off the wall, go ahead. I'm not going to stop you unless it violates YouTube's terms of service, in which case, it's not my decision. It's YouTube.com's decision, and whether or not you agree with that decision is not really my concern, okay? You're a free person. You're allowed to agree or disagree with whoever you want. Okay, it's been about 11 minutes. Okay. Up next, our first battle with the Sages. These Sages are actually really hard if you don't have the right team. But considering we got Mareep, Okonogi, the true protagonist of When They Cry, we're fine. Okay? We really are fine. And When They Cry has a lot of protagonists, characters in general, male and female. So it really is not a concern whether or not the names fit. Okay, I think it's 8 o'clock for the Ghastly, which means I messed up. That does kind of suck if I did mess up like that. Whatever. How we battle this tower stands strong. That's true. This tower does not fall no matter how high level you bring. I brought a level 100 here to see if that test. It worked out years ago when I was a minor because I was stupid back in the day. And again, who wasn't very smart? I don't even remember. I mean, even minors who are born, like prodigy, not all of them are very smart financially or in some other aspect because they just don't have the experience. I don't care how smart you are, or if you're a prodigy, or you had some extensive training, you're not going to be well versed because you don't have the experience. Experience trumps all. The only thing being a prodigy does is give you an advantage, but it still requires you to put in the effort. That's one thing that people say, like, oh, but I'm not a prodigy. I'll never make it in this. Look, being a prodigy helps, but it's not the end-all be-all. Someone who dedicates their life to the study and trains every single day to whatever this study is will be more well-versed in it than any prodigy that can come up in today's age. What's it called? Please, no lyrics. I don't want to get hit with lyrics. Next song, okay? Punch Deck, Alive, by Free No Copyright Instrumentals. Well, that's the channel that I get it from. What else? The good news about these Bellsprouts is that they're designed to give you levels. As in, I swear the XP gain on these Bellsprouts is higher than it should be. Now, maybe I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure it is. I'm not kidding. Now, I don't think you're supposed to get this much experience, this many experience points off one Bellsprout. And if you are, then why? That doesn't make sense to me. Maybe I'm just bad. Okay. I have always had the question, maybe I'm just not good at it. Sometimes that's the case. Not everyone is destined to be some all-knowing wise man. Amazing, we got a crit. But at the same time, look at this. 54 XP. I don't think you're supposed to get that off a level 3 monster. I don't think I have enough moves actually to defeat it. Yeah, I don't have enough. Instead here we switch to... I think we'd make the switch to... Well, what's your summary? You have Runaway, so you suck. It's not Guts! Damn it! Ah, I'm gonna put it away. I know it's more optimal to run in with 6 Pokemon, but since I'm not playing with the rare candy strats, I think I have to ration my team size. There's always the case of being patient, but, you know, being patient will only get you so far. At some point, you have to move on. You have to gain progress in the game. Okay? You have to get momentum. Because without momentum, you're going nowhere. That's Supersonic. Awesome. This is great gameplay. Quality gameplay, by the way. Just doing this nonsense, really. It's really all it is. It's nonsensical. Because a lot of Pokemon is just clicking A. Not all of it. There is a strategy to Pokemon once you get to the higher fights. But early Pokemon, it really is just click, tackle, and win. Having the no item, no level cap rule is still pretty fun. That's partially why I do it, because it's fun. If it wasn't fun, I wouldn't do it. Also, okay, so I have a really bad team composition. Let's fix our team. It's not a Guts Rattata, so it sucks. I know Rattata has decent enough attack stat as it is, but it's not enough to warrant using it to that extent. And wow, we have some lag issues right now. I mean, seriously. I kind of wish there was a speed up function, because that would make things easier for me. But alas, it does not exist. And if it does not exist, then so be it. That's been my mentality. You either have to make it yourself, or obtain it through some external means. Some SPC, move Pokemon. Let's move our team around. Party Pokemon. I don't need this. And then either Zubat or Pidgey. I don't want to carry 2 flying types with me. Although it wouldn't suck to carry 2 flying types now that I analyze it, because I'm going to the flying gym. Please tell me you have, what's Tangled Feet? I don't remember. Inner Focus means it can't flinch. That's good. Static. These guys have to get pretty high leveled though, so there's going to be a very quick grinding session really soon. But at the very least, when I do a grinding section, I show off as much of the game as I can, instead of trying to just stop. Get some good level, high level teams. Very strong Pokemon, but you know. Very well indeed. That is what we need to do. Okay. Moving on. No encounters, sadly. We're out of encounters for the time being. I mean, I could get the unknown, but is the unknown really that good? If I get the one that has electric hidden power, then sure. But I can't influence which hidden power I obtain. That's just not possible. And what am I getting a notification for? Privacy settings block access to your location. Yeah, I know. No. That was a misclick. Let's keep going. Up the Sprout Tower. And of course we get interrupted by a wild battle, but that's okay. More wild battles means more training. More training means less grinding, obviously. I mean, this could technically qualify as grinding, but at the same time, it's the context, right? This is a battle in the way of the game. It's not as if I'm just sitting around walking in circles trying to get everything. No. That would be really, really bad. Extremely bad. And you and I both know I'm not into that. I like success. I like victory. I like succeeding. I like moving forward with plans. And I think that most people like moving forward with plans, whether they're a person with an agenda or without one. Okay? You know, I got rock and roll, you know, sort of metal, you know, guitar-based instruments for this music, and all these are too relaxed. No, I wanted guitar because it will sound cool. But I guess, not everyone wants that. Some people just want the good old relaxed music. And not everyone's into lo-fi. I get it. So I guess changing it up here and then isn't the worst thing in the world. In fact, it could even be beneficial. You stand guard is tower, special gratitude, show respect for all Pokemon. Good. Good for you. I respect Pokemon as well. I respect them as tools to solve my issues in the context of this video game. I respect them as a beneficiary to our success. I respect them as a stepping stone to our climbing up the championship ladder. Champion ladder, not the corporate ladder, because we're still a minor in Pokemon. We're supposed to be 11 or so. Which begs the question, why is Yugura just getting her trainer license? Wouldn't she be a trainer way earlier in the story? Wouldn't she already be a Pocket Monsters master? If she was, some demon lady? I guess she was too focused on Yu-Gi-Oh, but that's another story. that's a reference to the Legacy Let's Play. If you didn't watch that Let's Play, then that joke's gonna make no sense. I'm not gonna lie. What else? I'm doing more damage, and that's good. Oh, is it not confused anymore? That sucks. Come on. Please stay confused. I'd rather you stay confused. Kind of like how our friend Jiro here confused. Not really. He wasn't really confused. He knew what he was doing, but Takano tricked Rika, and that's the good part. Ooh, spoilers to a sound novel from what, 2002? When did When They Cry 1 come out? Or When They Cry 2 come out? I have no idea. But far enough back that I don't think a spoiler really sucks. Yes. Come on, keep doing that to yourself. It gives me victory. Yes. Zubat is another instance of a Pokemon that's too good for certain aspects, but also really sucks in others. Okay? Alright, Chow. You wanna fight me, Chow? We'll fight, but you're gonna put yourself on the line here. Especially against the awesome music. I wonder if anyone else can. I really want to know what you guys think of this music. If you guys don't like this music, please let me know. If you guys do like this music, also let me know. So maybe I'll get more tracks like this. Or if you have any recommendations, copyright free, obviously. Just let me know. I mean, I'm down to put in some tracks that you guys like to listen to. I noticed some of the audience is from Australia and the Philippines, okay? You guys got any Filipino or Australian copyright free music you guys like? Send it over. I'm down to listen. I'm a very patient guy, okay? Not just patient. I'm a very open guy. I like learning about different tracks from different locations of the world. I'm not normally the type of guy to listen to Usera from Junk, but I heard it and I was like, what is this song about? And I decided, you know what, let's sing it. Sure, it's like anti-corporatism and all that, and I do I'm not a shill, obviously, but I do understand the basis of corporations and why they're beneficial. Because without them, well, let's just say we'd still be hunting our food. And part of me believes not everyone wants that. Some people want that. Okay? I myself always have the masculine urge to just leave everything behind and go into the wilderness. But I also know that real life, you have responsibilities. And you can't just run away from responsibilities, okay? If you don't pay your debts, they're going to come after you. Who? The banks and the government. And you don't want them after you. Trust me. That's the last thing you want. You want them on your side. But then again, they're not really on your side for the most part. They just want your money. Man, the way I talk about the world sounds like a kind of like a crummy place. But the truth is, I like the world. I like where I live. I like the people I talk to. Because it's an experience thing, okay? It's one of those things where, like, when you're young, naive, you're like, corporation, big corporation, evil, bad guy. And you realize, I've asked a serious question. Who in real life, who starts a business saying, you know what I want to do? I want to screw people over. Any successful business will tell you that is not how you start a business. Your two goals should be, I have something that I think you want, so I'm going to make it or produce it or sell it. In exchange, I want your cash. It's supposed to be an exchange, okay? I get your money, you get the product. That is the basis of business, of capitalism. Okay, so curse me for being pro-capitalist, but the truth is that no system of economic governance has liberated more people from the shackles of poverty than capitalism. If you guys have an example, please provide it, because I don't know one. Alright, time to send in Okonogi, the true protagonist of this series. I got jumped. Big spooky man. Hi, Korata. Let's dance. Yeah, let's dance, Korata. Nah, let's just send in Ryugu. Because we all know Ryugu loves hurting Ritsuko. That's so messed up. You know, there's gonna be somebody who accidentally stumbles in on this, not knowing what When They Cry is. So when they hear me talk about random plot points and When They Cry, they're just like, what is this guy talking about? Okay, it's almost as bad as, I don't know, who plays Pokemon that I actually like. He's like, I like Pokemon challenges. The thing is that he doesn't really say anything that stupid. I don't really like XQC. The only thing I know about XQC is that he's loud. Although I don't know. I really don't know. Who do I reference here? I don't think I can reference anyone because you forgot to pick up the item. There we go. Free currency. Even if I can't use the item because that's an item in battle, it's currency. And currency gives us stuff to play with. Alright, Korata. Let's do this. Tackle battle. Taitari. Oh shit, it has quick attack. That's bad. Okay, that's 4, so 8 is crit. I could stay in until that's weaker than Kolsika. So I think we win this one. Unless it just no, we don't. So crit will be what, 8? No, crit will be like 12, so that would suck. Oh, well, yikes, crit is actually 18. I'm getting out of here. Go, Ryugu! Defeat your arch nemesis, the person who put your dad in a Badger game. And this is how I know people who watch this are gonna be above a certain age for that, because I don't think anyone who's that young should know what a Badger game is. As for my introduction, because people are like, "Why When They Cry?" Well, the truth is that I watched When They Cry the first time when I was, I want to say 11 was the first time I watched When They Cry. I know it's really young to be watching When They Cry, but at the same time, considering like the environment I was in, people I hung out with, it pretty much fit my upbringing. Now, I'm not saying my upbringing was full of that, because no. I liked my childhood. It's more the people I spent time around had bad upbringings. I had a good one. Take that. See, I never understood why was there this competition when I was in, what the hell? When I was in middle school and high school, there was this weird competition that some of the students would have. I wasn't formally considered a competition. So like, no, I'm more oppressed than you are. Or, no, I'm more depressed than you are. Or no, my childhood was worse. Blah 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 blah. Like, why are you guys competing for who had the worst childhood? It's a terrible idea. Instead of that, I'd rather hear people brag about how good they got it. You know, I'd rather hear someone brag like, "Oh yeah, my parents got me X Y Z," or "Oh yeah, I did X Y Z and got this new iPhone," or some shit. I don't know. To me, that sounds more uplifting. Okay, the mentality of "No, I had it worse" always irked me in a sense. I'm not too sure how to explain it to someone who hasn't been in the school system for a while, but to anyone who's around my age or slightly older, you probably figured that out. I think. Yes, that sentence is grammatically correct. I hope. I sway like leaves in the wind. You probably do, Mr. Sage. Mr. Sage, what the hell? Fine. Alright. This sounds like a track that I want to listen to. Let's battle. Okay, that did nothing. How much is this? 8 is crit. That's really bad. If 8 is crit, then we're doomed. It's too strong. Bellsprout's so good. Parahex. Yes. Parahex, the best kind of hacks. The kind of hacks that only work for you, the player, and not the opponent. But then again, I get paralyzed a lot in ROM hacks, okay? I really do. And I don't always like it, but sometimes you gotta live with it, you know? Sometimes you need to accept that not everything and not everyone is on your side. Sometimes you need to work through the pain, not for the pain. You gotta work through it. Because life doesn't give out freebies. In life, if you want something, you have to take it. Either by force or through the economic system. And preferably, I would prefer it if you guys all did it through the economic system, but sometimes, you gotta do what you gotta do. I mean, I don't support it for the most part, with some exception. But if you guys understand my drift here, then you know what I'm talking about. Okay? At the same time, remember, I highly recommend operating under the law. Because if you don't operate under the law, you know who's going to go after you? The police. And I'm on the side of following the law because it's a good idea. Okay? The idea that people shouldn't steal from each other, the idea that people shouldn't, get rid of each other, blah, 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 blah. Seems like a good idea. Blah, blah, blah. Oh my, Greta Thunberg. You guys see her speech where she was at the protesting the climate change, you guys? Like, no more, blah, blah, blah. And Greta Thunberg is funny. She really is. Well, admittedly, with her credentials, she could probably get into any university she wanted, so it's really up to her. I don't know. Either she was played or she played everyone. Someone was played, though. Okay, that is a fact. Because that was a really good situation to be put in. After some careful analysis. After some careful analysis. Not every analysis was careful. Just some of it. Please hit yourself. Damn it. Like, this is quad resist. I should not be taking this much damage. I'm saying that like 1 HP is a lot. No, it's really not. I don't know why I'm talking about 1 HP like it's this huge damage camp. It's really not, but sometimes you just gotta think about it, okay? And when you think about it, it sounds worse than it really is. Okay, Sage Edmund. Let's do this again. I messed up. I forgot to confuse Haxit. We're fine. We're fine. We're 4 levels above this guy. I'm gonna take 1 HP damage at most. 2 if it's a crit. Oh, come on. Supersonic should not be missing. I wonder why I'm using Supersonics, because I can't use items. And in addition, I really need to conserve PP on Leech Life. It's only 15 PP. And it's my only good attacking move until Bite at level 13. But you know what? Bite at level 13, you can Parahax Falconer. Which is more useful than I'd give it credit for. Realistically, Parahaxing the opponent is kind of beneficial. More beneficial than like I said, I really thought. What else? So I bought a new deck for Yu-Gi-Oh! Still, don't worry. Sky Striker is currently my only true love in Yu-Gi-Oh! But if we talk about like just sometimes you want to play something different, Sometimes your friends are mad. He's like, "Hey, you're only winning because you're playing this BS crap." I'm like, "Fine, I'll go to Target or something." So I go to Barnes and Noble and buy 3 copies of the Albast Strike Structure Deck. That structure deck's insane. It's so broken. I didn't even add anything, and I ended up 2-0ing everybody. I'm like, you spent $100, blah, blah. I'm like, no, here's my receipt, buddy. $34. Your deck's more expensive than mine. They got mad at me. Like, I followed your stipulations. Why are you mad at me? But you know what? I persevered. Yeah, so occasionally my level of discussion, specifically my eloquence in my speech, occasionally drops to a level that I consider to be that of an inferior. That of a level that I myself am not okay with. Regardless, how many rats are we going to fight in this? I know that people who watch the Smash Cut version don't see all these rats. But still, it has to suck. Right? At the very least, we are getting levels though. And levels are good. Levels are very good. In fact, without levels, we're doomed. And nobody wants to be doomed, ladies and gentlemen. What else? I keep saying what else because I really don't know what to talk about. I just kind of hopped on this really last minute. And I can't even confirm if the ROM hack is working until we get to Kurt. If you really want to know how late the ROM hacking actually takes place. It's Kurt, okay? Kurt is when we can figure out when it takes place. Otherwise, we're doomed. Doomed, I say. Doomed. Why am I saying doomed so many times? I don't know. But what I do know is I'm going to succeed. Or at the very least, do my damnedest to do so. Alright. Everyone at level 8 means we're really underleveled because the first gym leader is level 13 each. And I know, why am I running in here with 5 Pokemon instead of 6? Why am I not patient enough to grind? I am patient enough to grind. The problem is that I don't want these episodes to take too long to come out. Okay? Legacy and Pokemon are going to be what's going to be produced on the channel for now. I'm taking a short break from Minecraft. Not too long, just a short one. Because I've been playing in that world for so long. I want something a little different. I want to make new content for you all. Because not everyone is into Minecraft. A lot of people are into Minecraft, but not everyone is. So, to have some level of diversity. And don't worry, we are going to do Neptunia. Come back to the, well, continuing section of this, because what ended up happening was somebody rang the doorbell and I was forced to pick up. Now this is a different day because something came up with school, and of course, real life takes precedence over recording every single time. At the end of the day, if I don't keep up with real life, I won't have the resources to keep up with recording, and if I can't keep up with recording, then I can't upload anything, and then I'm poor, and then no one gets anything. But that seems to be common sense. I hope so, despite the fact that common sense is a slang that adults throw around for the sake of justifying their position, when in reality, occasionally, it just could be that someone does not know what is going on. Not to say that as a jab against anyone who actually, you know, is trying to teach people to have common sense. That's a different story altogether. But that's another story. I want to, at the very least, finish the Sprout Tower, and then I'll make the grinding episode, which will also be recorded here. Did I heal? Yes, I did. Good. Time to save the game, just in case of a crash, because nobody wants the game to crash. You don't want the game to crash, I don't want the game to crash. So it seems reasonable. What's next? I have a midterm tomorrow, although at the time of uploading this video, the midterm will have already taken place. And you'll know when I record this video because it'll be recorded on the same day that I upload the study session 4 and 5. Maybe even 6 if it goes that long. Regardless, the wild battles, like I said, they'll be left in for the full videos, but for the most part, they'll be removed from the highlight reel. Because I know people don't want to watch me fight the 100th Rattata in a row. No, I want to do an entire count. If anyone is patient enough to do the entire highlight reel, just watch to not watch the highlight reel, instead watch the full videos, I want to know how many wild encounters I really go through, because it has to be some ridiculous number, right? It can't be that small. And the only game where I will even just like hate the grinding, but I know I have to do it, is Neptunia Mark II of all games. Because if you don't grind, what's going to happen is CFW Brave is going to murk you. But that's a different game altogether. It's not on Steam for some reason. I know it's copyright issues, I believe. I really wish that the original trilogy of Neptunia was on a platform other than PS3. Because I think it would really be more fun to play those. I have a better time playing the original trilogy of Neptunia better than I did the Rebirth games. But I understand that the Rebirth games are just more streamlined, they're easier to get into. And above all else, more effective. Hold on. Ah, damn it. File, load ROM, open ROM. It sucks because sometimes, you know, you gotta question what's going on. You realize that, okay, sometimes you just have to make sure that the game isn't bugged out, because if the game is bugged out, then that sucks, but it could happen. Did I heal my Pokemon here? Summary. Okay. So we only lost the Rattata encounter. That's it. Other than that, everything's pretty much the same. Still, sucks that I have to do the level again, but it's whatever. It's give or take. Hit or miss. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Okay, you know what? Let me fight a Rattata really quickly, just because I don't want to lose my sanity again. No, I don't want this dubstep crap. I want an actual copyright free. This is a lo-fi hip hop beat. Okay, this is a beat. Not a very good one in my opinion, but it's a beat that I think is nice to listen to while playing. Once more, I'm getting this music from the free, no copyright instrumental group on youtube.com. Check out their channel. The link will be in the description. If you guys have different music, once more, please feel free to let me know. Remember, I'm recording this way later than I did after the doorbell ring. So if I said anything repeatedly, then it's possible that I just forgot. I'll be able to check in editing though. That'll be great. The good news is that if you're watching the highlight reel, you're not seeing this. Because I'll admit, this probably isn't the most entertaining content to anyone watching the full version. Alright. You good son. Let's get the level. And then we save the game. This is why I save so frequently, and, you know, I understand that Gen 4 has pretty bad saving mechanics, but, again, if saving and slow text plus animation speed is your huge issue in your RPG, you have a solid RPG. And I know a lot of people say, oh, the level gap in Heart Gold Soul Silver is atrocious. But the truth is, and I said it before, the level gap in Heart Gold Soul Silver was designed with you using items in mind. You were meant to be lower level so that you were forced to use the items and the switch out strategies and so on and so forth to make it fair. I'm not saying that's great design or bad design. I'm saying that's how the games were designed. However, with the advent of the challenge runs, what is considered good has changed for people who are doing challenge runs. Obviously, I agree with many people. I think the Ultra games and then Black and White 2 were really good to challenge run games. However, I would not play the Ultra games on my own time in a casual run. I'm sorry, I didn't really like Alola, and I'm not sure why it was. And this isn't me as some, ignoramus saying, oh, we gotta go to the old Pokemon's better. No. I can't get into it. It's weird, I know. I can sit here, play Heart Gold Silver, Diamond, Pearl, Platinum, Leaf Green, Fire, Red, Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, Gold, Silver, Crystal, Red, Blue, Yellow, Green, Black and White 1, Black and White 2, and have a great time. But after that, it's hit or miss. I didn't really like the Ultra games. I actually enjoyed the Let's Go games. I was pretty big on Sword and Shield. Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl were, to me, very average. I mean, I didn't hate them, but I'd rather play Platinum at that point. And then, what was the other one? I believe it was the Legends game. Legends was a game that I played once. I beat the game. The Volo fight was pretty fun. I don't want to do it again. Okay? It was just not my cup of tea, per se. And I wasn't challenge running Legends. I was playing it pretty fairly. Having items. I was grinding, but not to an excessive amount. It was a pretty casual run of the game. Very fun, very relaxed, but I wouldn't do it again. Okay? I wouldn't even want to challenge run the game. Because some points of the game are just straight up unfair if you want to challenge run it. Okay? I'm looking at a certain trainer who 3v1s you. And then Volo fight. Because Volo fight is really unfair because it's an 8v6, so no matter how good your team composition, you'll always be down 2 Pokemon. And 2 of the Pokemon you're down against are legendaries. Meaning that you really are in the minus court as you're going through the game. Regardless, this is pretty fun. Please hit yourself. Thank you. We're getting to the Sprout Tower, and the Sprout Tower is honestly one of my least favorite dungeons in the series. I really like Heart Gold Silver, but I'm not gonna lie to you, Heart Gold Silver probably have the weakest dungeons. But that's fine because the whole point of this, what I see Heart Gold Silver as, it's more of a game where instead of trying to challenge yourself with the environment of the story, you're challenging yourself through the gameplay. And that's it. The gameplay of Heart Gold and Silver, to me, is so well done that you don't need a good story or good aesthetics if you want me to enjoy your story, okay? You give me that simply by showing me, you know, the gameplay. And sure, it's pretty basic now. We're just fighting Bellsprout over and over again. We're using the same cookie cutter tactics over and over again. But at the end of the day, once we hit past this area, the events of the game become a bit more difficult. And I mean significantly more difficult. To the point where certain trainers are just absurdly hard. I'm looking at Claire. Whitney was never too big of an issue. As a kid, I would just grind my starter to 30 and move on with my life. Or as an adult, I'll just get the Dratini, plus the Geodude, maybe an Onix if I got lucky, and a Heracross, preferably female, and just wipe the floor with her. Because the game gives you so many options to prepare for Whitney. Whereas Claire, outside of the Dratini, maybe becoming a Dragonair and learning a Dragon move to hit the Kingdra, which is not going to happen because the Kingdra is a fully evolved Pokemon, and you're not. You're not going to be defeating Claire in an easy time. You're not going to have a good time defeating Claire. What I've learned, the best way to defeat the Kingdra is actually to get a Weezing, have a Teach-It Explosion, give it a Quick Claw so it goes first, and then just grind it on Pokemon and increase speed and attack EVs. That sounds insane, but that is my way to defeat the Kingdra, because it's not the Emerald Kingdra that has all the crazy stall tactics. No, it's the different Kingdra. What's next? We go here to fight. Which sage is this one? Let me see how much you treasure book. I don't even know which sage this is. Okay, that is the real honest truth about this. Which sage is which? This is Troy. Okay, finally the Bellsprout is at level 7, meaning it's a bit stronger, a bit spookier, but we can fight back. And this growth tactic that they use here really was hurt by the physical special split, because growth increases your special. But since Vine was switched to physical in this generation, it's not as dangerous, and growth is just them skipping their turn. So level 7 Bellsprout are arguably easier to deal with than the other one. Maybe I'm just looking too deep into this. After all, this is a self-imposed run of a children's game, but at the end of the day, there is some fun to be had. Always. Okay? Oh my gosh, that's a lot of damage because your attack stat is higher. Right, when you increase your attack, but that's special attacks. I don't know if that would do it. Maybe it's because it's one level higher, so the confusion does a bit more? Maybe. Wow, we're getting quite fortuitous odds, if you don't mind me saying. The chances of us getting a crit there as well, what can I say? Except, I don't know. I really don't know. Pretty good stats on Tomitake here. Okay, Hoot Hoot, very, very powerful Pokemon. Very dangerous Pokemon. I need to Supersonic it. I missed. Alright. Yes. Supersonic. I missed again, because it's 55% actually. And we got hit with the Hypnosis. Oh no. The Hypnosis is so good. Hold on. No lyrics here. No lyrics here, lady. We don't do that here. We do no copyright sound. Okay? That is the group we're here with. The no copyright sound group. And if I do get copyright hit, then I'm just going to have them remove the music from the video. What the hell? I said no lyrics, guys. No lyrics. I asked for rock, but I didn't ask for lyrical rock. No. Because I can always be copyrighted later. Let's send Okanogi in the front. Okanogi is probably the one to take this down the most effectively. Snapped out the confusion. Hitting me with the tackle. Getting static, so we have Parahacks on it. Meaning we are now at an even greater advantage than I had originally anticipated. And he's just hitting me with the Growl, but the Growl does nothing against a critical hit. Pretty much, in a Nuzlocke, assume your opponent's going to crit, but then never assume you're going to crit. So that when you crit, you get a decent surprise. When your opponent crits, it's not a shock to you. And it enables you to play around it. Okay, that's Ada's crit. Come on. One more. It's Parahacks. Yes! Parahax indeed. So broken. Congratulations, Okanage. You're doing so well against Sage Troy. And yes, our trust in our pocket monsters is real. Okay, wait up. Yes, he gave us berries. We can use these. Let's save the game. Wade giving us berries is exactly what we need because it gives us the ability to gain resources that we could inevitably or hopefully farm in the future for superior advantage. Yeah, what the hell is wrong with me? Apparently Tomitaka is my highest level monster because everyone else is 8 or just 8. I mean, seriously. Maybe I should switch Tomitaka out from the front and put someone else in the front. Maybe Chikorita. I don't even remember what I nicknamed Chikorita. I think it was Keiichi. Probably, I think I nicknamed the Chikorita Keiichi. But it's okay. Ah, come on. Please hit him. For the love of that which is good, please hit him. How have I not talked you Rock Smash yet? I am making so many mistakes right now. This is absurd. It really is. But you know what? I don't mind it at all. Gentlemen and ladies and gentlemen of the jury. We're here to win. From beginning to end, that's why we arrived here. To defeat Migane. The most evil villain. I don't even know why I decided to make my protagonist from the previous Nuzlocke a villain. There isn't even a thematic reason behind it, it's just I did it for some reason. Alright. Rock Smash on Bugu. Yes, we're getting rid of Mud Sport. Good. Great. Everything is for the sake of guiding humanity down the right path. It's like all is in the name of guiding humanity down the right path. I think that's the Kikonia quote. Kikonia is a pretty good game. Pretty fun. Then again, I'm not sure how much text-based adventures are fun to certain people. To me, I like a text-based adventure, but I know not everyone does. Some people want a bit more interaction in their video game, and that's perfectly okay. I myself enjoy interaction in a video game quite as much as the next guy. But sometimes you gotta realize and say this is all give and take. Obviously. Because that is the joy of life. And life is what you put into it to get something out of it. The more you put into improving your life, the better your life will be in comparison to what it would be should you not put any effort and instead move with the flow. Let me tell you something, gentlemen. You can't just move with the flow. You need to have goals in life. If you do not have goals in life, you will get nowhere. And if you get nowhere, then you're going to be miserable. That is just how the game of life works. It is a cruel game with more rules than realistically should exist. And yet, it is a fun game with all the challenges and desires you want to go through. Up next, we're fighting Elderly. No, I did not say elderly as an old man. No, Elder space Lee. Get it? It's a fun joke, isn't it? It's a good joke. I believe it is. I like having a good laugh every so often. Okay. I'm not sure if that's humming. Oh, this is okay. It's not my preferred type of music, but it adds some level of thematicism to the battles. The only problem is that this is versus a Rattata and not any boss trainer. Denkosika. Ah. No, that has lyrics. I do not believe that this has lyrics until I have seen otherwise. Did I really take that much damage from a Rattata? What is wrong with me? I'm going to lose. And it's going to be my fault. But my fault is going to be caused by my own stupidity. And not from my lack of effort. Oh, yes, indeed. Okay. So that's how he's doing so much damage. He's hitting me with the Tail Whip. For those of you who don't know, Tail Whip is an absurdly powerful move. Because it lowers your defense. Of course, if you just hit them with a Razor Leaf like that, then it's game over. And you get a neat little level. Poison Powder. Dope Powder is a really good move under a different circumstance. It is. I ought to tell ya. That's right. I ought to tell ya. Okay? Has it really been 54 minutes? Well, damn. That's not okay. But you know what? We have to move on with life. We have to succeed. We are going to win, ladies and gentlemen. Our opponent is elderly, meaning that we need to put in more than just a mere modicum of effort. We need to put in an amount of effort not equal to but approaching our highest possible degree of care. So what that means is we don't need to try as hard as we humanly can, but just put enough effort to the point where it seems as if we are. And the reason I say that is because this is not a Kaizo game, thank the Lord. If this was a Kaizo game, I would be losing my bloody mind. I almost gained a whole level out of that. Excuse me? Okay. I'm weaker than the Hoot Hoot. I have no one on my team that's even approaching those levels. How pathetic of me. It really is. I got hit with hypnosis. Oh. The humanity. But is Peck even going to do anything? It's stab and he has level advantage. So what? Let's assume 5 crits. They do what? 4? That's not game. Not even close to game. But it will inconvenience me. Because I'm not a fool. Okay? I am a realistic, logical ideologist. I view myself as an intellectual. Whether or not one can agree with me in this statement is up to them. But what I can tell you is that I will not falter. I will not give up. And I will succeed in my endeavor to make sure that everybody gets out of here okay. And if not everybody, due to some unforeseen circumstance, then as many as I can possibly save. After all, these are my game pieces. I refuse to let them fall. I am just having a really bad time here. Okay, that's 2 drops. Hypnosis me again. My gosh. How many times how come when I use hypnosis, it doesn't land? But here we have the computer using hypnosis, and it landed 3 times. This is a disservice of astronomical proportions to the random number generation of the game towards the player, that being me. Tackle. Now it missed. Ha. Parahacks. Nope. Missed again. Parahacks. Please. No. Not even going for the hypnosis this time. What causes the selection of move in this game? And that's it against Elderly. My apologies, he has 1 more Pokemon. Excuse me? There's Sprout. Alright. tackle battle. What a waste of a turn, Bellsprout. You know for a fact that you won't defeat me here. Although you may try. 12 is crit. Unbelievable. That's a lot of damage, actually. What the hell? No! 14 was crit. I miscounted. And poorly as well. But that's okay. We are going to defeat Elderly. There is no set of movements this old man can make that will cause my tactics to wilt and falter. Instead, we are going to lead the assault against the enemy player. Farewell, Elderly. I hope you understood and learned from this lesson in futility. And now we have permission to take on Faulkner, a cop. If you read the manga, and if you didn't read the manga, then you don't know what he is. But that's okay. Because right now, our team is pretty trash. Before we even attempt to enter the gym, I want everybody at level 10. Once you defeat all the gym trainers, we get everyone to 13. It took me a whole hour to do the Sprout Tower mission? Well, damn. That's unbelievable. Unrealistic. But you know what? It was fun. Okay? And I'm glad that the music is changing. Because it's no longer a nice, hard music. Now it's good, soft music because the battle is over. Korata. Razor Leaf. Nope. You know what? I might even just leave the grinding in for the full videos and just take it out of the snap cut videos. That way, I don't have to make a third video. And you're not wasting your time with me only uploading a video that's just grinding. That would be boring. I learned that the hard way. Regardless, ladies and gentlemen, I ought to tell you, this was fun. It really was. This was an endeavor, a learning experience in the practice of futility. And why do I keep getting messages? Oh, there was a really bad accident today when I was driving to get home. That was horrible. Okay? A truck got hit and it covered 4 of the 5 lanes on the freeway, thus forcing everyone into the worst bottleneck I've ever seen, wherein I spent what would be a 30-minute drive, an hour and 45 minutes. That's how effective this bottleneck is. It is nightmarish. It is borderline brutish. And yet, it makes sense to me. You know what? Let's at least get the Geodude to level 9. And then in the next episode, what we're going to do is we're going to start by getting everyone to 10. Take on the gym. Get everyone to 13. And then take on Faulkner. That seems to be the most effective use of the time that we have. But first, Geodude looks really funny when walking behind the player. It's one of those things you don't notice. Fun fact, I actually decided to see what happens. As soon as it turns midnight, the apricorn literally reappears. And it has a little shine glimmer on it. It's really cool. It took me years to figure out that it did that. Hoppip. You know what? That's adorable. Too bad I can't catch it, because this is where I caught the... There's no splash and the other move, so I can use this. Synthesis. 1. Yep. 2. Okay. 3. 1 more. You got this. 4. Skip. No. We do not allow this bull crap. We do not allow lyrics. Alright. That's Geodude to level 9. Meaning everyone is one level below the necessary amount. But you know what? Before we really put an end to this, because I really think the episode ended already, I want to show off the Ruins of Alph. We're not going to get an unknown. I'm not insane. Instead, oh baby, instead, we're going to wait for either Girafarig or a Smeargle or some other monster. You know, because we can copy moves in this game. What we do here is go up here, 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 up, right, up, left, up. It says escape or escape. We click the bag, we tap on our little escape rope, and boom! We are free, baby. Oran Berry. This Oran Berry is going to be our ace in the hole. Pecha Berry. I forgot to go talk to Wade. Energy Power. Good. Heal Powder. Even better. There's Rhydon, by the way. Our clan engraved words in this place. I bet you did, unknown. I bet you did. For the longest time, I thought these were Nidoking. It wasn't until I learned that these were Rhydon that it clicked for me. Because Nidoking and Rhydon look really similar in 2D when it's just the sprite and you remove any connotation. Let's actually just get the Wade berries and then call it a day for real. Because this has been going on for a bit too long, if you ask me. You know, I think I'm going to need to get a different rock music provider that is copyright free because the lyrics are just, well, I don't know, they're not for me. Maybe you like them, but I don't want to put them in. Okay? Let's scroll a little more, get the black apricorn, and talk to Mr. Wade. Mr. Wade. What do you have for me, buddy? Citrus berry, best berry for... Citrus, lum, and lepa berries are the best one, by the way. Citrus, lum, and lepa berries have different amounts. Citrus is for if you need to survive more than a few hits. The lum berries, if you're going against someone you know for a fact is using status afflicting moves. And then finally, condition afflicting moves. And finally, the lepa berries, if you're using recycle for a really long stall battle, in the event that you need to stall someone out to make them use struggle so that you can get the freebie victories. That's right, I played Kaizo games back in the day, which is why I'm really calm, okay? A lot of people are usually super tense when doing Nuzlocke for some reason. I don't know. It's important to focus and to not get distracted easily, but at the same time, there needs to be some hint that you are looking towards a successful attempt towards victory. With that being said, I want to thank you all so much for watching, and I hope you all enjoyed. I really, really do.